What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel and to episode 7 of Let's Play 2001Scape. I'm Twinarova, and this is my Ironman 2001Scape account, Theoin. In the last episode, we completed smithing this sweet set of full bronze armor, acquired the red cape and the highwayman cape, one for stats and one for fashion. And in today's episode, we need to begin preparing for the fight against Delrith. My plan for this account is to attempt a combat. Hey, what's up, Bullrick? Let's add. Let's add Bullrick. YouTube says hi back. That's so funny. Today we're going to start preparing our inventory for the fight with Delrith. I plan to take on Delrith and Demon Slayer with 10-10-10 melee combat stats to see if it's feasible to do so in 2001Scape. I'm not sure if we will survive the encounter or not, but we're going to give it our best try, and I think the best thing that we could do right now to prepare for that is to train our cooking skill. Ooh, okay, so here is a problem. No, that's fine. We can do bread. So I think what I want to do is create an inventory mostly consisting of red berry pies, right, to eat during the combat. Now, is that going to help if we get 3-shot by Delrith? You know, not entirely. But my hope is that we will be tough enough with 13 hits, right, to withstand 3 blows from Delrith, be able to break, eat, and re-enter the fray. That's my hope anyway. But other than that, I need to think about what I want to bring with me into combat. And runes would be great, except I will accidentally level my attack, defense, strength by acquiring runes. I don't know, how can I gain the runes for those spells without leveling my combat? I don't exactly know how I would manage to do that. So I'm not sure that... Yeah, I don't think... Hey, is there a player? Usagi, that's cool. Wow, look, more and more people on 2001Scape. This is excellent. Okay, what I actually want to figure out right now is, yes, this guy. Can I get strength potions here? I'm the apothecary. I have potions to brew. Do you need anything specific? Have you got any good potions to give away? Yes, okay, try this potion. This is meant to be good for spots. Okay, that's funny. Do you know a potion to make hair fall out? I do indeed. I gave it to my mother. That's why I now live alone. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's ask about the strength potion. Can you make a strength potion? Yes, but the ingredients are a little hard to find. If you ever get them, I'll make it for you, for a cost. So what are the ingredients? You need to find the eggs of the deadly red spider and a limpwort root. Oh, and you'll have to pay me 5 coins. Okay, I'll look out for them. Okay, so red spider eggs, I believe, are in the Varrock sewers. But I don't know that we're tough enough. Wow, that's so kind. Wow, that is... That just makes me so happy. Okay, yeah, anyway, yeah, shout out Usagi and Bullrick for the kind words. I just got on, right? And everyone's already being so nice. Okay, so I don't think we would survive the red spider in the Varrock sewers. I think there's a red spider in the Varrock sewers. I could be wrong. And I have no idea where to get a limpwort root. Like, in my memory, I'm like... So part of the stipulation of this account is that I can't use the wiki to find anything. So I need to rely on my memory, or I need to explore. So my instinct would be that a limpwort root exists either in the wilderness or in like Taverley. I don't know where you get a limpwort root, like, naturally. I think in RuneScape I've only ever grown them in farming, like in RS3, or like bought them on the Grand Exchange. I don't know where yeah, I have no idea where I would actually find a limpwort root. So I think that is out of the question. We're going to have to go with Old Faithful or beer. So we'll go ahead and make a decision about how much beer that we want to carry into combat. I'm thinking 2. Yeah, I don't think we want to spend too many slots for that, but it is a nice bonus. A glass of your finest ale, please. No problemo. Let's try, just kind of arbitrarily, 2 beers. Man, I really would love runes. Is there a way I can pick up runes, maybe in different parts? Is there a rune shop here? Let me see if the rune crafting shop exists, like back here somewhere. Not rune crafting, but like Aubrey. Yes. Okay. We can do this. We can be casting magical spells during combat. This will help us with the fight against Delrith. That is actually excellent. Do you want to buy some runes? Yes, please. Okay, so now we're going to have to make decisions, and we're going to have to dump money to do this, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, fire, water, air, earth. So they've got the core 4, and then mind and body. Okay, and the most expensive ones are 4 GP. The others are 3. Hey, that's not too terribly bad. So okay, what would be worth getting? So shock bolt only takes 2 slots of inventory. Elemental bolt looks like it'd be stronger. A strength 2 missile attack, but it requires 4 runes. Causes some opponents to retreat. We definitely don't need fear. Thick skin would be good for us. Yeah, we got to remember that we can't stack the beer and the burst of strength, so that's out of the question. Increases your hiding skill. Rock skin would be better than thick skin. Wind bolt, a strength 2 missile attack is, ooh, it's a air and a fire. That's actually pretty cool, but I don't think I want to take magic over 10 if we're going to do 10 combat stats. So what's the best? Elemental bolt? Evil magic? Shock bolt right now. Elemental bolt has so many man, it has so many runes required. I think we might just stick with shock bolt and maybe try to get our magic up to like 10 or evil magic. Yeah, let's buy fire and yes please. Oh, we could use magic to get what we need. If we need to get something through combat. Fire. Let's see, we don't have too much money. And air. Is it going to be worth it? I think it will. I think it'll be worth it. Your evil magic's only 4, so we need to practice this. Okay, so we're going to have runes. And man, we need to not gain melee XP while we're casting our magic. So we need to kill something like across a fence. Oh, we're getting hit by the mugger. Let's run. No big deal. Can't touch this. So we're going to have runes. We're going to have our beer. And we're going to have food. Is there anything else? Let's like just take a look at our skills here. Do we want to have arrows for Delrith? I don't think so. Thieving. Can we thieve in 2001Scape? Really? Is there a pickpocket option? Is that another skill that we can't level yet? I need to experiment with that. Herb law, if it's implemented, would be useful. Limport root is in the game, so that makes me think that maybe there are potions. I don't know. It might just be there, not implemented. I guess in the short term, this is probably our best bet. Beer, runes for combat, and good food, which I think at level 10 cooking, I can make red berry pies. So let's work on 10 cooking and an inventory of red berry pies. And then we can either go for it or we can train magic. Because we're going to be able to cast Shock Bolt. Of course, we'll dump more money into runes so that we have enough runes to continue casting over the course of the fight. That will be important. I think that'll be a good baseline to try. Like, there might be more that we can do. Oh, hey, someone's training over here. Is it Orbrun again? Is Orbrun over here? Ooh, Chaos 30. Nice, nice. Welcome to the server. Maybe not welcome to the server. Chaos 30 might be a grinder. But look at all these people playing 2001Scape. Let's go. This is exactly what I want to see. Like, there was no one online in my first few episodes. And now I'm running into people left and right. This is so cool. Okay, why am I going to the furnace? There's no reason for me to be going to the furnace. What am I actually doing? I'm cooking. I want to make bread to get my cooking up to 10 so that I can make red berry pies. That is the goal. We're going to go into combat with Delrith. We're going to take the time to make an inventory of red berry pies to help optimize our chances of success. We might, when it comes combat time, we might have to drop the fashion cape just long enough to do the fight with our armor bonus. We can always go pick the cape back up, so we shouldn't feel too terribly attached to the cape. Okay, I would like several pots, preferably more than 3. 1 bucket. Okay, we'll start with 3. We'll come back and buy 3 more. This is going to be an interesting balancing act. It is so cool to see more people joining the server. It's going to be a balancing act because we need pots and stuff to make food, but we need inventory slots to hold the dough. So I'm not sure how to optimize this. Maybe half and half for training, and then we slowly like do away with the pots as we fill up our inventory when actually prepping for the combat. This is interesting. The not having an item storage bank really adds a whole new, really meaningful element of challenge to the game, and makes me feel like Ultimate Ironman really could be a fun challenge on other servers. I've never really played Ultimate before because I thought, you know, hey, I want to be able to have stuff for multiple combat styles and everything in my bank. But this is really fun. This might make me play this style of account again. Just for the challenge of it. Alright. What is that? Sacks? That's not usually here, right? Yeah, someone else... I don't know. Maybe someone dropped that and was... yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, a sack for flour. Can you use a sack to hold flour? That could be kind of cool. Okay, you put the flour in the pot times 3. We'll go by the general store and buy, 3 more pots. So if this is 15 slots, we want to have, let's say, dang, it's an odd number. Do we want to have 7 pots or 6 pots? I don't know. That's a interesting dilemma. I guess 6. I guess 6 pots to train cooking. Oh my gosh, yeah, and we're gonna fail over and over. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be another like the mining smithing grind. Thankfully, cooking levels come way faster, I think, than smithing levels. At least in like modern RuneScape, cooking is one of the easiest quote quote 99s to get. Can I help you at all? Yes, please. What are you selling? Take a look. Okay, let's buy 3 more pots. Yep. Awesome. That should be good. We'll go ahead and make 3 breads now. We'll use the Lumbridge, the range we get from Cook's Assistant. Very excited. Is that another player? No, it was Hans walking by. No, I think there was a player inside. Maybe. That could have been Hans. Okay. We need to make, yeah, bread dough right now. So use the bucket on the water, use the bucket on the pot, click bread dough. Yeah. That is our workflow. Okay. 3 bread doughs, 6 cooking right now. We're aiming for 10. Aiming for 10 cooking. Yep. First bread is burnt. Let's see out of 3 how many we can get. 2 for 2. Burnt. And 3 for 3. Here's a free pot we could have just picked up. I always forget that that's there. And here's a mind rune. Do we need... No, we don't need a mind. We need air and fire. Wow. Yeah. This is why we need to level our cooking skill. It's actually, you know, when the failure rate is so high, it makes it meaningful to level the skill. Like, I know that's silly. That might seem silly if you're watching this, like playing another version of RuneScape. Like, why would you do that? But honestly, like now that my mining is 23 whatever, and I get way less fails on mining tin and copper, it feels like, oh hey, that was worth it, you know? Like the time we took the train got rid of a nuisance. So the same way leveling cooking hopefully will give us greater and greater consistency at making food, prepping for combat with 1 inventory. Absolutely bonkers. So with Ultimate Ironman, your like smithing skill becomes so much more important, because if you ever have to drop your armor, you can always go make more for combat. The thing that would be really hard would be like boss drops. But if you know, like, I know that's not a big deal in, as big of a deal in Classic, but in future game, what am I doing? I need to pick a bunch of wheat. I'm just on autopilot right now. In future versions of RuneScape, the challenge would be pretty monumental. All the different bosses and all their different drops. Like an old school RuneScape, Ultimate Ironman, could be so hard because you couldn't build up like a bank of all the cool stuff. I need 6 wheat, right? Yep. I don't know. It's something to think about. There might be more Ultimate content on my channel in the future. I'll probably try to accomplish my current goals first. Sounds like a kind of like a next step once I don't know where to go from here on all of my existing accounts. All of my different RuneScape accounts. No, not down the stairs. Okay. Grain in the hopper and operate the hopper. Yep. I'm going to do this 6 times. One more. All right. Yeah, I guess the sack just like spawns here. I wonder if we can hold a stack of flour. The Millstones has an examine text, but not like a goblin in 2001Scape. Hadn't got that far yet. Okay, this should basically fill up my inventory except for one slot, I think. Is that right? No, it's not, because it's all going to the pots. That's great. Was it ticking from like 21 to 22 over and over again, though? Or from 21 down to 20? It's like the game was taking the pot item away from us first and then adding back the flower item. Quite interesting. Okay, let's go bake some bread. Let's see if we can cook even one bread. Here. Wow, that took forever for that burnt bread to despawn. Did you see our bread was still there? Do we have the option to pickpocket these men? I see the thieving skill, but I don't see a pickpocket option. So it really must not be real. We must not be able to level the thieving skill. Otherwise, we could make some money from thieving. That would be useful. It's a useful skill to have in Classic, in like RSC preservation. That seems useful. Okay, I need to turn all of this into dough. Okay. Bread dough. Two down. 3. All right. Yes, I have to make comments in between every action. I don't make the rules. Don't ask me. Oh no, I misclick. Oh, no, it was a click. Awesome. Excellent. It's funny how it like totally jacks up your inventory to make a bunch of bread doughs. I guess because it takes the item from you and places the new one in, like that behavior that we just saw is probably why that happens. Okay, can we cook even one out of these 6 breads with our level 6 cooking? Here's hoping. Come on, we need XP from at least one bread. Let's go! Not only do we remove the bread from the oven, but we gain a cooking level. Level 7. Oh my gosh. This is excellent. Wow. Our success rate is still awful, but we cooked one bread. Y'all. We did it. We actually cooked a bread. And we gained a whole cooking level from the one bread. Okay, so now I feel obligated to count the number of breads that it takes to get to level 8 cooking. Because, as I mentioned before, I can't see how much XP I have and how much XP I have to go without going to the rsc.vet website and like looking at my... I'm just going to drop all of this in front of the general store. I might actually... Oh no, don't attack. I might actually sell the bread that I'm making. Look, another player. GF is either like buying GF or like good fight. Yeah, I'm gonna trade with a shopkeeper here. Let's sell a bread. 4 GP. Okay, so it's something. We could have a whole other slot if we weren't worried about money, but I think I want to be worried about money for rune crafting. Okay, 7 cooking. We've, so far, out of 9 bread cooking attempts, we've succeeded 1 time. This makes me terrified for the point where we just barely unlock red berry pies, and we immediately start trying to trying to cook them. Would it be worth it to like keep doing bread until we get a higher level of cooking to make us more likely to succeed with the red berry pies? Let's pick 6 wheat. All right. And up the mill we go in our latest grind. This is fun, though. I feel, I don't know, it's exciting to be prepping for combat. Like, again, with the ultimate challenge, which is not, keep in mind, this is not an ultimate account, right? This is an ultimate server. Like, 2001Scape just doesn't have access to an item storage bank. It's only money storage. With that, it makes prepping for combat like a whole ritual, you know? Like, you don't just go to your bank and pull out all of the food that you made in bulk. Like, you got to make it right now for the combat that you're going to fight. And, like, imagine, like, PKing, right? Like, if you're going to go fight players, you can't just go bank and pull out more food for the next fight. You got to make all new food every time. Man, it just makes everything take more time because you can't work in bulk. I love the floating windmill sails. Like, they selectively remove the roof, but not the sails of the windmill. Okay. Okay, 7 cooking. Only 3 levels to go until we can make the red berry pie that we will fill our inventory with before taking on Delrith. I've never, like, not wanted to level something before. I don't think ever. I don't think there's ever been a point where I never had, like, a defense pure that I was so stuck on. It's GF. Level 16. Oh my gosh, we could fight. That's hilarious. He's tougher than me. That's crazy. So you can... we could PvP right now. That's crazy. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, not going to do that, but let's make all of these bread doughs. It's just funny that we could. Like, instead of it being like you can't fight each other, you're forced to be civil, we're just choosing to be civil. Now, would it be hilarious if someone came up and PK'd me on my YouTube series? Yes, that would be absolutely hilarious. Like, honestly, that would just be so funny. It might make my day if someone literally came up and tried to PK me. It'd be hard for someone to plan because they'd have to be in the same, like, level range as me, and they'd have to know, like, where I'm going to be. And, you know, by the time my video makes it to YouTube, it's been a couple days, right? So have to catch me in game. But it would be quite entertaining to get 2001Scape PK'd. I wouldn't even be upset. I would try to win, of course, but you never know. I feel like I'm opening myself up to ambush by saying that. We'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. 6 attempts. Let's get 1 cooked bread. Hey, success right off the bat. Let's go. Fail. 2 successes. Oh my gosh. 2 out of 6 is pretty good. Oh my gosh. 3 successes. Where am I going? It's a little crowded over here. Come on. 3 successes, 3 burnt breads. That is honestly pretty good, I would say. Like, we just got... We had 0 out of 3, 1 out of 6. Now 3 out of 6, every other bread was a success. I feel like that is a very, very good run. a good inventory of wheat. Three breads, and we're still at 7 cooking. Good thing our path isn't very far. Like, we're like right here, you know? It's not too bad of a grind at all. It's way less distance to cover than the mining smithing grind that we just completed. Look, they're trying to sell a bread for 15 gold coins after buying it for 4. These RuneScape general stores drive a hard bargain. That is rough. They're not even going to pay you for your pot. You can come drop off your pots like a donation, and they'll resell them for a coin. But bread, baked bread, they're going to sell for 15 gold coins after paying me 4 coins for making it. Wow. That is insane. Okay. Let's pick 6 wheats. Repeat the process. That 2001Scape cooking grind. You know, since we learned that you have to have your skills at 30 to be on the leaderboards, it could be fun to try to get all skills to 30 plus eventually. Like, I feel like that'd be a proper account. Like, all 10s, you know, like, get you to that noob point. A kit of full bronze get you to that, you know, noob point. Like, okay, you're an established noob in the world. But at what point are you no longer a noob? And it might be all 30s. And it probably depends on the server, because like on RS3, I only have 9 99s, and so I'm a noob, right? You know, different games have different different criteria for escaping the noob designation, I guess. All right, let's get that 6 flour. Yep. Let's go bake some bread. Which is so funny to me, just imagining this warrior prepping for combat by baking loaves and loaves of bread to perfect his cooking before he heads into combat with the perfect pies, so that he can scarf down pie between rounds of fight to the death. RuneScape is such a whimsical adventure in all of its iterations, and I love it. Okay, cooking level 7. Can we hit level 8 on this inventory? It doesn't seem likely. Seems like we're going to have to make quite a few bread cooking trips to be ready, but it feels like it's going to be ultimately worth it. No, I do not want to combat. I want to use a well on the fountain. Use a well on a fountain. Use the bucket on the fountain. Bread dough. Nothing interesting happens. Yeah, for some reason, every time I get over here, I'm forgetting my procedure for making bread dough. It's not just like muscle memory ingrained yet. This one in particular just feels like a weird process, because you're clicking out of your inventory twice in a row, and then the second one goes back into your inventory with the bucket on the flour. And then we only do it 6 times, so it's like I don't quite have enough time to get it like really down as far as like the speed clicking goes. Okay, our last batch was excellent. 3 out of 6. So very acceptable. How will we do this time? What are your predictions? Oh my gosh, a 4th bread, and we advance a level. Let's go. Okay, 2 successes in a row. Y'all. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've already got 3 out of 6 on our first 3 breads. 4 out of 6. Did we just cross some bread success threshold? Oh my gosh, we leveled again. 9 cooking. Okay. Wow. I was not expecting 2 levels from 5 breads. Yeah. I thought this was going to take way more grinding to get to level 10 cooking. Okay. So yeah, cooking on RSC, or on 2001Scape I should say, is still a fast-ish skill to train. They probably just take into account all of the effort it takes to get the ingredients and all of the failures, right? So they just probably reward a ton of XP per success because of all that. Yay, I'm so excited. Oh, general store. Let's sell these breads. It might not take too long to get an inventory of red berry pies. We might be fighting Delrith before you know it. We're getting closer and closer, and that's going to be like a pivotal moment on this account. Like, I feel like the whole early game is just prepping for Delrith. And then the burnt bread. Buy for 0. Will he sell it for 1? Yes, you can buy a brand new burnt bread for 1 GP. Is it worth it? Wow, I am so excited. I cannot believe we got two cooking levels from that one inventory. That's so much more success than I was expecting. Wow. Lucky 7, right? Episode 7 of Let's Play 2001Scape. That was it. It was just the lucky 7, I guess. Okay, let's pick 6 more wheat. Will this be our last inventory of breads before we start trying to make... We might as well. Like, I don't know. Do I want to go past cooking 10? If it's going to be that fast? Like, it might be worth it to get just, like, another level or 2. If we're going to be so successful with the breads and it's going to take so few breads to level up. So that we have an edge on our success rate. Because it's going to take more effort to make the pies than it did to make the bread. Not too much more, but noticeably more. Like, should we go to level 12 instead, since I was kind of already mentally spending the time, right? Might not be the worst idea. I don't know. I guess let's see how this goes and how we're feeling after this inventory of breads. Because we'll probably gain levels from cooking the pies too. I mean, we definitely will gain levels from cooking the pies. Do we want to see how many times we fail at 10? Like, what the success rate is like if you barely can make the pies? Maybe we do. Yeah, I don't know. These kind of decisions, I have no idea. Yeah, let's just see how we feel after this load of bread. I'm having fun training cooking, honestly. Like, it's not bad. It's all just like, it's like a lot of preparation and like, I don't know, interesting preparation, right? Like, you're not just, I don't know, you're not just mining an ore and sticking it in the furnace. You're having to like make flour by milling it and stuff. It's cool. Like, it's really cool that they thought to include that in the original RuneScape, and it makes sense that they would because of how critical food is for combat. Bread dough. Odds that I'm going to accidentally make bread dough when I need pastry dough later seems quite high, those chances. Two more times. I feel like I'm getting a little better at this little cycle. Just in time for it to cause problems when I need to click on the pastry button. Yeah, I think I'll be getting it right, like just in time to cause a problem. Perfect. Yeah, misclick. Bread dough. All right. Another round of cooking. This must be so thrilling every time we spend the time. Every time you spend the time watching me create a whole inventory of breads. The anticipation, the excitement of watching the dice roll each time I attempt to cook a bread. That's what keeps you here. You're on episode 7 of 2001Scape. I know that's what keeps you here. So here we go. Here is one of the most thrilling moments of your day. Will the bread cook? Accidentally burn the bread. No. No, 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 no. 2 burns in a row. 3. Oh my gosh. This is for me running my mouth. 4. I shouldn't have said anything. Okay, there's a success. And wow. one success in 6. So I must have got really lucky. We're definitely not at 10 cooking yet. Oh my gosh, I was like, wow, look at this. We're leveling so fast. I got lucky, y'all. The cooking gods did not smile upon that attempt, that is for certain. All right, let's hit the general store. And sell everything. Yes, please. What are you selling? I'm actually selling to you bread again. 1 this time. Don't ask. I'll also sell you 5 burnt breads. I love how it only took him like 3 seconds to throw away the bread. Like not even, like less than a second, and that bread is gone. He paid me for it and then immediately threw it away. Like he's just paying me to be nice, honestly. He's like, yeah, sure, we'll buy your bread. Tosses it. And he can afford it since he has such a high markup on everything. He's like, we already sold several for 14, 15 coins earlier, so even though the customers complained, we'll just take this one and toss it. Because they're still turning a profit. Wow. So our combat level must be around 13-ish, 15. So a 16 was too high for us. Not too high, but like we were within 5 levels of that level 16 character. So that tells me that yeah, we're in the low teens is what I'm expecting. So there will be quite the level difference between us and Delrith. So this might not work. But, you know, it's all an experiment. This is really just for fun. If it doesn't work out after an attempt or two, depending on whether we just get wrecked or not, we can always go back to the drawing board, level some combat skills, come back more prepared. And yeah, I'll try everything. I'll try to do everything I can to ensure victory. Like, I might do combat style switching like we're in PvP. Yeah, we'll cast... Ooh, we want to cast Thick Skin. Yeah, we're not going to have the level for rock skin with the level 10 requirement. Would be nice to have the ability to cast thick skin to give us that little buff. It's good that they're both evil magic. That's 4 runes, though. We really couldn't afford all the space it would take to cast Elemental Bolt. Well, an earth and a water. This is an earth and a body? Is that what that is? Yeah, so it would bring us to 5. We would need 5 rune slots. Then we could cast Elemental Bolt. If we need the earth anyway, we're already 1 rune away. We're already going to have to carry 4, so is it worth the 1 more? It might be, actually. That's very interesting. We might be training evil magic. Which hopefully that levels quickly as well. Where should we train that? We're going to train magic. Wow, look at that. Epic. Look at that. That is so awesome. Jeff Sim. Met him or her. Met them the other day. On an episode, right? That was cool. Yeah, we might have to prep with some evil magic. We just want to give ourselves the absolute best possible chance, the most effective chance at winning this combat without cheating by using the wiki to look up things. Like, with the knowledge that I have, can we do it? See, and it's funny because it's not even a true test because, like, you could, I don't know, you could equip the best equipment in the game. We could have full adamant if someone just gave it to us, right? If it existed and someone gave it to us. And it would greatly increase our odds. So the 10-10-10 part isn't that tough. I don't think it would be that tough. Oops. If you were so well equipped, but I don't know. This will be fun. We like set the limitation of tins, bronze armor, a tin cooking item, right? Because red berry pies, I think you can cook at level 10. Hopefully I'm not wrong. That would be unfortunate. Okay, here we go. 6 breads to try. First one's burnt. Hey, success! All right. 2 burns. Come on. Come on. 3 burns. 2 to go. Let's go. Let's get a success. 4 burns. Come on. One more success. Dang. 1 in 5. 1 in 6. No bueno. See, the thing is, even if we spend extra time training cooking, like on bread instead of red berry pies, our odds of success are still so low. Like, is it even worth it, or is it imperative? I'm trying to decide, like, is it quote-quote worth it, or is it, like, absolutely you must? Can't figure out how I feel about it. By continuing to train bread for a little bit. I really thought we were crossing some kind of threshold of success on bread cooking. But we literally just got lucky. Still at 9 cooking. We gained 2 levels in 1 inventory, or we can gain 1 level in like 4 inventories. 3 or 4. The success rate varies wildly. Which is a part of the fun. Yeah, I'm so excited to be doing this grind with a full set of bronze armor. Like, are you kidding me? How cool does this look? Oh, you know what I'm thinking about that's kind of funny? Is that people that see me in game, the video hasn't aired yet where I actually get this armor. So if they're seeing me in game, you know, and they're watching the series, then now they kind of have like a little sneak peek that my character did, in fact, create bronze armor. So that's kind of funny. Does it matter? Do they care? Probably not, but it's funny that they would know that in advance. Got the scoop. Because everyone's paying so much attention to this little bronze soldier. I kid, I kid. Yeah, I think the worst part of this process is just the intricacy of the clicking for getting the water and making the bread dough. And it's not really that it's that hard, it's just different. So it's just hard to do fast. It's not that it's hard to do quickly. For me personally, maybe not for you. Trying to get your speedy clicks in. Take some effort, some repetition. So for pies, we're also going to need a pie dish. And I now know from RC Preservation that a pie dish spawns in Varrock. Shout out to someone who... So yeah, I spent like a whole good portion of an episode of RC Preservation looking for a pie dish so I can make a red berry pie for the quest. The Knight Sword. Yeah, which I'm currently in the middle of on that account. And so I learned that a pie dish spawns in the Dwarven Mine, and a pie dish spawns in Varrock Castle. But I found the one in the mine. I did not find the one in the castle. Someone actually left a comment on my video where I was searching for a pie dish that really made me laugh after the fact, where you could pause the video and see on my peripheral vision a pie dish in the castle that I walked right past, and I thought that was hilarious. So I now am very aware of where to find a pie dish. Might have to go just camp that respawn for a minute. Might be necessary. Probably will be necessary, because we're probably going to want to have 6 pie dishes, I imagine. Actually, we're going to need pots and pie dishes. This is going to be a procedure, y'all. Okay, 6 more cooking attempts. Will we hit level 10 cooking right now? First one is burnt out of 6. Next up is a success. Okay, a success but no level. 2 successes. Oh my gosh. A burn. A burn. Last attempt. And a burn. Okay, 2 successes. 2 successes though. That is excellent. We are still at 9 cooking, but we have to be really close. We have to be really close to 10 cooking. We're almost there. These skill grinds are going to be worth it. And then they establish our account with a higher total level, which is going to be good in the long run. Let's sell our bread. Donate our burnt bread. Just to waste his shop space. Yep, sell those 2 breads. Perfect. And back to the mill. There's Jafsim again, combat level 22. Oh, he could totally PK us right now. So I must be $17-ish. What level do you see? I see CB 22 on you. So is the attack option. Oh. Yay! So the attack option is just showing me that we both have PvP turned on, rather than that we're in range. RuneScape will not let him punch me. That is so funny. Okay, well that is an extremely useful skill to have now. Being able to check our combat calculation. 10.75. So we are very low for Delrith. This might be a challenge. Yeah. 13 levels under Delrith. Yeah, we're definitely going to need food. We're going to have to, like, take every advantage that we can get, honestly. We're also going to have to, like, memorize the spell, right? It's like Kimarantham Aber, something Perchai Gabindo, something 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 something. Carlim, Amaranthum, something Perchai Gabindo, I think is the right one. Carlim Aber. I don't know. It's like magic words you have to memorize. But I think if I see an option that's like starts with Carlim and ends with Gabindo, then that's probably the one. Okay, this could be our last inventory of breads. We could be able to start doing red berry pies next. Should we? We might need to keep doing bread to raise our level in a more easy fashion. I'm not sure. Quote, quote, easy. But if we have to go all the way to Varrock to get red berries, right? Like, it might not be worth it. We could go back and forth. We could do, like, a batch of red berry pies and just see how they turn out, and then do, like, a batch of breads. We could go back and forth. That could be feasible, actually. That could mix things up, make it a little more interesting. I like to twist my grind if I can a little bit regularly, just so that it's not exactly the same thing over and over. So happy to see so many other players on grinding. It's way more busy than it used to be. Here's my hour warning. A couple of people mentioned seeing me in your video. Oh, right. Yorick was in my premieres talking to me. That's so cool. This episode will be number 7. See yourself so much. It's hilarious. Thank you so much for watching. I have lots of fun making them. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. Jeff Sims seems like a very nice person. It's so cool that the server is becoming more populated. Like, I must have joined at just the right time to see it just slowly start growing. I should go to rc.vet and see actually how many players are online right now. Because what, did we see like 5 at one point? There are 4 players online. Okay. So it's not too crazy right this second. We're just all over in the same area. And there's only so much of the world. Like, there's not a ton of places to go. Is that what bread dough looks like for cooking? Working on tin cooking to have red berry pies for fighting Delrith. Very nice. I'm trying not to level CB skills so I can try Delrith at 10 attack strength defense and just see how it goes. Yeah, it should be tough. Fun if it's work. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, the benchmarking is really what I was hoping for. Come on, let's get a success. Let's get a success. That's 4 burns in a row. Here we go. Good dice roll. Good dice roll. Not a full inventory of burns. Oh my gosh, 1 success out of 6 and we hit 10 cooking. Let's freaking go. Yeah, that is awesome. Oh my gosh. Yes. Level 10 cooking, we hit it. We can now, hopefully, I think, haven't even confirmed this. We'll confirm it by trying. We can finally make red berry pies. Let's sell our bread. Whoop whoop. Okay, that is awesome. Now we need a bunch of pie dishes. Yeah, I think we'll do the method where we kind of like do some pies and then do an inventory of breads. We'll go back and forth to keep it interesting. Yeah, we'll go camp pie dishes in Varrock, and I guess we'll do that. We'll do that next time. Ooh, is that orb run? Chaos 30. Wow. So cool. Seeing people playing. Well, yeah, I guess that'll be it for today's episode. Thank you so very much for watching. Today we were able to grind our cooking skill from 6 to 10 by baking breads in Lumbridge, and in the next episode we're going to go camp out some pie dishes in Varrock, in the Varrock Castle, and start making red berry pies so we can fill up our inventory with red berry pies. We might also buy some runes to make sure that we've accounted for all the slots we're going to need for our evil magic. I think we might train magic so that we can do elemental bolts and thick skin. Maybe no, we can't do confuse as well. That'd be too many. That would be too many runes. But yeah, so in the next episode, it'll be heavily focused on cooking and building up the inventory of food that we need for the Delrith fight. That is going to be a blast. Thank you so very much for watching. If you like what you see, please don't forget to leave a like and to hit subscribe for more RuneScape and other retro RPG content. I'm Twinrova. Until the next episode, fight on.